important because he's a feeling organism. What isn't important is why he is feeling. If you feel like you want to cure cancer, that's a feeling to be admired. That's a value-rich feeling. If you feel like raping a 7-year-old, that's a value-negative feeling.
Because you say so.
No, because logic says so. Because one is bad and one is good, you fucking idiot!
No, there's no logic. When I talked about
bad, butthead. I'm so sick of this fucking idiotic conversation. Why do you compare it to a glass of water again? Go ahead. Say a kid with cancer is the same as a glass of water. Go ahead and say it, you fucking idiot.
What do you want me to say? I'll say it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm saying that you nihilist motherfuckers are the insanest motherfuckers on this planet, worse than the worst Christian, worse than the worst Nazi, worse than the worst Khmer Rouge. You nihilist motherfuckers are spitting and raping the most valuable thing on this fucking goddamn planet, and you don't even realize it. You're disgusting rapists of value.
You realize it. See, that speaks directly to what Heidler said. It doesn't matter what you think. It's what I think that's important about you. I know you better than you know yourself.
Oh,
rubbish.
You don't know shit. You don't know the difference between a glass of water and a kid with cancer. You don't know shit. Yeah, well, you don't know shit. Newsflash. You don't know shit then. If you can't see the difference between those two things, you are a dumb motherfucker.
Okay, then it's in my nature to be that way. There's no value attached to that state.
I can't learn. I could never play the violin. I'm uneducable. Okay, so you're uneducable white by defiance alone. By defiance alone, you're uneducable. Okay, you say so. I say bull.
The purpose of life is to turn entropy into information.
Oh, here we go. Purpose again. There is no purpose.
The purpose of life, the purpose that it runs on, it invents the idea of purpose, so I can use the word purpose, and all life is turning entropy into information. All life is taking entropy, energy from its surroundings.
All right, I get it. Okay, you're all nihilist and you're all out of your fucking mind. I personally can't tell a glass of water from a goddamn...
Okay, I'm muting you because you're talking over me, and I'm not a nihilist. There's nothing nihilistic about this. You know, I muted you, Gary, because you're talking over me, and you said you wouldn't. We were going to have some sort of agreement.
No, we're not going to have any agreement. Fuck this. I'm not going to waste my time talking with nihilists. It's like talking with fucking people with their anarchy.
Well, then get out of here.
Please. Conversation.
If we're nihilists, you're a fucking fascist. Right? You can't treat anybody with
any... Fine, I don't mind it. Go ahead, call me a fascist. Cool. I'm an elitist.
Right?
An intellectual elitist who believes that glasses of water are more important or less important than sentient organisms. Fucking right. I'm a goddamn bigot. You're the bigot against all sentient life on this planet. You big, fat, juicy, British twat. All the other organisms don't, because fat don't say so. Well, fuck you, fatty. You're a stupid, dumb, motherfucking nihilist cunt, and you can't get up your ass hard enough, in my opinion.
Great. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's over.
Wow.
The circus has left.
That was boss. I love it when he nearly has a stroke.
The thing is,
so hilarious.
I hope he comes back.
He doesn't like physics much, does he? When you say the word like thermodynamics and entropy and life in the same sense, he goes nuts. It's like, if you live in the universe, Gary, thermodynamics does apply to human beings as well. Just so you know.
The problem is that he's just so dense. He doesn't understand like simple concept like what Hockley is trying to explain to him. Like I was about to say to him, like, Gary, do you understand the difference, let's say, between these two statements? Gary's suffering is a bad, quote-unquote, negative experience, and the statement, it is bad, negative, for Gary to be experiencing suffering. So like notice how the context is entirely different. In the former, we're talking about a subjective state of experience, and in the latter, we're talking about existence itself.
Yeah.
And the former doesn't logically entail the latter. But if you try to explain that to him, he just thinks that you're just some evil monster who doesn't see any qualitative difference between stabbing someone in the eye and feeding them a cupcake. He just doesn't get it.
It's so bizarre as well. So,
well, hang on, guys. I was curious, though, of, Hoffer just mentioned that the argument came down to sameness, that his statement of his, I like cheesecake and I want to cure cancer, one's subjective, the other one's external, and Hoffladay had mentioned that it's his equating the sameness of badness or goodness that is what he's doing. And then to disjoint those, and by necessity disjoint them. But I'm curious of, Gary as a psychological argument that bonds those two together. And I'm also curious of the possibility of why it is they're detached, and to the point where you say, I think it's a good thing to cure cancer in this case, and I think it's a good thing to have kids.
Because he sees the I as representative as his own pain. You know what? Sorry, it's just your mic sucks, dude. It's so low and lags out. It's like I'm interrupting you and you're still speaking, so I apologize. Yeah, it cuts out really long.
Yeah, I mentioned that before on content. Your mic is terrible.
I didn't mean to.
From a godlike perspective, you can look down at the pawns on the chessboard and say they're all equal, and that there's no reason to distinguish them, but only from a godlike perspective. Yeah, if you were actually a pawn, you have no argument to say why you shouldn't, prefer your own existence to the one at the side of you.
Do you see